A major new WWE signing is injured. Plus, title matches have been added to NXT Battleground, and AEW are making a change to their All Out pay-per-view. It's all in the Cultaholic Wrestling news right now. Lots of hype around the impending WWE debut of Julia ever since she turned up at Stand and Deliver alongside Rossi Ogawa. There's been a lot of excitement for her first appearance in WWE, but there has been a bump in the road on this one, Ross.
Yeah, so at the moment she's trying to help establish Rossi's new promotion. Marigold is one of the top stars in that promotion there. She competed in the tag team match this past weekend on their debut show, teaming with Utami Haya. Oh, God, it's Cultaholic trying to say a Japanese name, Tom.
Hayashishita?
Yes, that one. I didn't want to say it without, sounding like a rude word. To face Brazilla and Sari. But it all went wrong, Tom.
It did. Since that match, Marigold have shared a concerning update regarding Julia, saying Julia's right wrist was injured in yesterday's inaugural match. Today, her doctor examined her and diagnosed her with a fracture. Unfortunately, she will miss the Hanakamura show on the 23rd, as well as the upcoming shows for the time being. We apologize and we thank you for understanding.
Yeah, Fightful Select's Corey Brennan says, according to his sources in WWE, there's hope that Julia will be healed in time for NXT debut, tentatively planned for Heatwave in July. Fightful then adds, Brennan has further learned that after previously reporting with the belief within NXT was that Julia would be in a title match at the event, with WWE still targeting the NXT women's title match with Roxanne Perez for the event on July the 7th. However, it was stressed to Brennan that these plans are not set in stone and could change due to Julia's Marigold obligations and her current injury.
This is a real blow, isn't it?
Yeah, what a way to debut that would be in the title match.
It would be a phenomenal way to bring her in. Just have Roxanne Perez as out there for a mystery opponent, and here comes Julia straight into the mix there. Why waste time with a talent of that caliber? However, there is a bit of a question mark over that now following the injury that she sustained at the Marigold show this past weekend. Despite this, there is still a lot of high hope for Julia within WWE as part of the system. And Fightful's Corey Brennan has given us a few more details on her time with WWE and what we can expect in front of and behind the scenes.
Yeah, very interesting. Julia will remain available to Marigold even after her NXT debut, being booked for their Summer Destiny event on July the 13th. Julia will lead the next class of talent to report to the Performance Center, I guess which makes sense, with Heatwave in the offing, and Julia's presentation will not change from her current one. WWE sources stressing that she'll be hired for who she is, which is very interesting given certain names that have come from Japan over to NXT in particular in the not too distant past.
And I think that Julia is an opportunity for the new Triple H regime to really take hold and show, look, when we bring in these big stars from other places, we aren't going to mess with them unnecessarily. It's a real opportunity to do that, which is why Julia, as they say, will be presented as she is. I imagine she will have some kind of Def Rebel flavored theme music, though, lest we forget. My name is Julia. We'll probably get a bit of that, but otherwise, Julia will be presented as Julia. And the fact that she'll be able to go back and forth to Marigold is again a real sign of a new order within WWE, where we will maybe see a talent that come in on these new deals, given more of an opportunity to do other stuff outside of it. We saw it over WrestleMania weekend with Shayna Baszler and Charlie Dempsey doing Bloodsport, and we'll see it with Julia doing Marigold as well.
Maybe, just maybe, if you want to put your tinfoil hat on everybody, maybe WWE have their fingers in the Marigold pie.
Fingers in a Marigold pie.
Sounds delightful, lovely and warm, but also global localization, I think the term was back in the day. Is this happening without us really knowing it's happening, if that makes any sense to you?
Triple H was really keen on having NXT sites around the world. That's what NXT UK was. It was essentially a pilot run of that system.
I just thought it was interesting that takeover, that was not too... The rest of, I think it was Stand and Deliver, wasn't it, where Rossi was in the crowd with Julia sat next to William Regal. I just thought that scene there in the front row was very interesting and maybe quite telling that maybe they're working together in just more than a talent sharing basis.
Fingers in pies. Yeah. Now, on last night's NXT, we had two more names added to the ladder match pie at NXT Battleground. As a result of their victories in their matches last night, Fallon Henley and Jada Parker will join Sol Ruka and Lash Legend in a ladder match to crown the first ever NXT Women's North American Champion.
It doesn't matter, Tom. It just feels like the coronation of Sol Ruka this match here. They're going to strike hard with that lady soon, and it gets on the road with a little title win. So it does.
This is what's nice having you on a Wednesday, because post NXT, this is nice to get your impetus in this. And I've been saying Sol Ruka as well, as the one to do it. It feels like this is her moment to do a big stunt off the ladder and then win a belt.
Exactly, yeah. And she takes the P155 every single time she steps in the ring, doing things that mere mortals simply cannot do. So Sol Ruka winning that title. But then again, you have got Lash Legend in there, who is hungry for Tricks Willie in more ways than one. She calls him Willy Wonka behind the scenes there, Tom.
Because he takes her to a world of pure imagination.
I don't know, Tom. I just don't know. I've just got a vision of him having chocolate river diarrhea now for some reason.
Oh my
Lash Legend, like, oh, that's bloody lovely, that. What a lovely consistency. Let me Augustus gloop that down.
That is...
but just with Trick and Lash being sort of intertwined on TV, maybe Lash holding the title alongside Trick holding the title, maybe that could be a way they go as well. But Sol Ruka, that would be my favourite to win the match, I would say.
We've opened a forbidden door with that one, I do believe.
Trick's forbidden door. Trap door.
Don't you open that trap door. There was another title match confirmed for Battleground last night, wasn't there?
There was. Two men pinned Josh Briggs at the same time with the triple threat #1 contenders match, which means that both Joe Coffey and Wesley Lee will be challenging Obafemi at Battleground for the North American Championship. This is very interesting coming off last week's show, because it just looked like it was going to be a match involving Josh Briggs, Ivar, and Obafemi. Then we got the angle at the end of the night with Gallus. Surprise, surprise! It's been a little while. They were attacking everybody involved in the North American title picture. Ivar this week has been revealed as being injured, so all the best to him. But now Joe Coffey's got himself in there.
Get in there, young man. Also, good morning, Barry. This feels like another successful defence of Obafemi on paper, though. Despite
I don't know,
this.
with the Gallus wildcard now, with the training with The Rock. The Rock's Ava's dad. Is Ava now going, backstage politics? I don't know if that's a thing that might work. It's just, I think this is maybe the most jeopardy that Obafemi's North American title has been in so far.
So you reckon a bit of politics, maybe?
I don't know, just reckon... They've done a good job training Dwayne. He's gone to Ava. Oh, you should see these young boys in Gallus, these young whippersnappers.
These young whippersnappers.
And Ava's like, I'm a really good general manager, so I will fully see them, realise their potential and have Joe Coffey win the North American Championship. I'm Ava, the best general manager in the world.
You're in great form today.
I've had a coffee.
Also, NXT Battleground, as revealed last night, we'll see Roxanne Perez defend the NXT Women's title against an opponent to be revealed on next week's show.
It did feel like Ava, once again, was on the phone to a main roster superstar. So,
hello, Ava's phone. She picks up the phone and goes, talk to me.
I've just realised that I'm doing a Chris Tarr impersonation there. Just imagine, like, oh, you want a North American title match, do you? Oh, sorry, the women's title match? Oh, we don't want to give you that. If you know, you know. If you don't, welcome to the world. Oh,
he's a bit Chris Tarrant. He's a bit Barry homeowner from Atletico Inns. I wake up with a cup of ambition. Good morning, I'm Ava, the GM, taking you up into the business skies. Talking of business, a changing of business for AEW, as we're getting a welcome change to All Out in September.
Yeah, Fightful are saying Sean Ross Sapp has learned that AEW plans to imminently announce that they are moving this year's AEW All Out off of Labor Day weekend. The event will still take place in Chicago, but it will be Saturday, September the 7th from the previous date of September the 1st. AEW sources we spoke to confirmed the move of the show due to fan concerns about All In and All Out being too close together. As a result, the show moves on from Sunday to a Saturday just before the NFL season kicks off. And that was a thing we were all saying last year, weren't we?
Because All In, the biggest show they've ever done at Wembley Stadium, almost felt like the go home for All Out at points.
Yeah.
And it was just like, or it was either it felt like the go home for All Out, or it felt like All Out was a complete afterthought in some parts. The fact that one of the segments at Wembley Stadium was signing a match for All Out. Yeah,
it is too close together. I can see what they're trying to do with the All In and the All Out. You shake it all about, then you move on to the Autumn. I don't know what's going on, but I do think maybe one of them has to go. And if you're going to pick one of them, it's got to be All Out, or maybe just move All Out to October.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Just give like a month. Just let us breathe a little bit, because I do believe that WWE. I believe they have Bash in Berlin around that time as well.
I think that's in August, isn't it?
Is it in August? Yeah. So it's August. It's around the time of Wembley. and just have another All Out pay-per-view. I think All Leave is cancelled in the autumn.
Yeah.
All Leave is
Feels
cancelled.
weird to complain about too much good wrestling, but in terms of like just letting things breathe, as Tom says, I think having one pay-per-view a month is more than enough.
I feel like we have plenty of good ideas about how to put up the wrestling. In fact, I think we could come up with 9 for AEW. Let's do that today, shall we, Ross?
Yes, let's do that, Tom. It'll be live on the channel tonight if you want to watch it with your eyes. If you also want to watch with your eyes the WWE King and Queen of the Ring version of said pitches video, that went live last night, so please go and watch that as well.
9 pitches, all up the wazoo today and from yesterday as well. As we get set for a massive weekend of wrestling with Double or Nothing and King and Queen of the Ring both this weekend.
Predictions for King and Queen of the Ring are live today. Predictions for AEW Dawn are going live tomorrow.
And for the latest wrestling news throughout the day, you can check out cultaholic.com. Stay safe. Love you.
Goodbye. Yes, have a lovely cup of choo-choo on me.
Have a business day.